You know, to hit a pitch shot, it's nice to work a little practice station. You always remember the pro rods being used as parallels. I would leave these on the ground like this, and the difference in pitching the golf ball, obviously you want a higher, softer trajectory, but you don't want a big lob that's way up in the air. You want to hit it solid, but it's not going to be this towering shot. It's certainly the transition from the chip shot into a pitch shot is when the hinge happens a little bit more, there's a little more arm swing. A chip shot's going to have a slight hinge, a pitch shot's going to have a little more hinge and a little bit more arm swing. You know what the feeling is? The feeling is if I take this practice ball and I put it in my right hand and I get set up, notice that my body, normally in a full shot I'm here, I want to get my body positioned. Shoulders are going to still remain fairly square to the ball, but my feet, notice that they're a little closer together and they're fairly open to this line. You know what that helps me with? It minimizes hip turn going back, because you don't want a lot, because you still have a miniature swing, but you want nice pivot through. You want to feel like your hips and your chest can turn freely. But you know what you've got to feel with your hands and your arms? I like to take the ball and I put it in my right hand, and I'm just going to do this a few times. I'm going to go rehearse a little chest motion back with the arms going back here, right here, and then I'm going to underhand toss it, and I'm going to throw it in the top of the net. And I'm going to do it in a rhythm that really feels more of an underhanded toss with a pivot of the body. That feeling, I'm going to set up, body a little bit open, and I'm going to go back. My arms feel fairly soft. Notice that they're in front of my body here. Notice that there is a little bit of wrist set. I don't want to take the club outside. I certainly don't want to wrap it way inside either, but I want to feel like the arms are in front of my body, a little bit of set, and that underhanded toss with a pivot is what I want to feel as I swing through. Let's look again, and you'll see this, back, through. Take a look at the through action. It's not a giant swing to hit a pitch shot. You don't need it. You need arms here. Notice how that's going into the high end of the net, and this is a great repetition. Notice that my trunk, belt buckle are pivoting forward, and the arms are very soft, kind of this feeling of palm up post-impact versus a full swing where you're feeling the toe is turning down through the impact. It's a great way to really learn how to hit a pitch shot. Notice the trajectory in the net. All these shots are going into the high end of the net, feeling the underhanded toss with a pivot of the chest and belt buckle going through. That's all you've got to feel. Don't scoop it, don't try to hang back. You don't need to do that. Good level pivot through, arms feel underhanded. Make sure the club stays in front of your body going back, and you're good to go.